This is a read aloud for text for closed reading from the booklet Government in Action. If you flip over a couple pages, we have the essential question: how can government influence the way we live? But here's the first read on solving problems by Lisa Benjamin. Here we go. We're going to take it one sentence at a time. In the United States, citizens elect their government representatives. That means the people who live and work in a town, city, or state vote for most leading members of their government. These members represent the people at the different levels of government. Local governments make choices about how to run towns and cities. State governments make and enforce laws for states. Federal governments make and enforce laws for the nation, our country. That's it for paragraph number 1. Moving on to paragraph number 2. Paragraph 2. Federal, state, and local governments often work as a team to solve problems. For example, after an earthquake or floods from a superstorm, people might need food or shelter. They might also need help rebuilding homes. Roads and bridges may need fixing. All levels of government work together when a natural disaster strikes. That's it for paragraph 1 and 2 from Solving Problems by Lisa Benjamin. If you come down farther, there's a caption, and here's what the caption says. On October 29th, 2012, Superstorm Sandy battered New York and New Jersey coast. Winds neared 80 miles per hour. More than 23,000 people lost their homes. More than 8.5 million people lost power. To help people through this crisis, FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, provided billions of dollars in relief funds. Today, state and local governments are still using this money to rebuild the areas hit hardest by the storm. Moving on to the next page. There are 4 more paragraphs left. So paragraph 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then that's it. And you can see the 2 pages right there. There's another caption, another picture up here. It gives a little graph and it gives some information. The title is called Pacific Coast Shellfish Production. And it shows that Washington was the biggest in the circle with 107.6 million. Down here at the bottom is a very important information. It's called the source. And if you pop up top, the authors of this book even tell you what type of text this is, which is informational social studies, to inform or give information. And then here's a picture over here to the right. Around 3,200 people work in Washington's shellfish industry. Moving on to paragraph number 3. At other times, an economic crisis may lead a state to ask the federal government for support. For example, in recent years, the shellfish population of Washington state, the leading producer of shellfish in the nation, has declined. The cause was pollution and Puget Sound in coastal waters. That's it for paragraph 3. Moving on to paragraph number 4. One sentence at a time. The decline in shellfish hurt the state's economy. Quote, few people realize how important the shellfish industry is to Washington state and the potential for job quote. End of quote. By then Governor Chris G. said. In fact, Washington's aquaculture industry contributes more than $270 million annually to the state's economy. Moving down to paragraph 5. To protect Washington's resources, the state and federal government joined together. They formed the Washington Shellfish Initiative. Its goal is to improve the quality of Washington's marine waters. They also want to create jobs in the shellfish industry. According to WSI, quote, as envisioned, the initiative will protect and enhance a resource that is important for jobs, industry, citizens, and Native American tribes, end of quote. And the last paragraph, paragraph 6. These are just 2 examples of how different levels of government can join together to help solve problems for citizens. And that was the read aloud for Informational Social Studies on Solving Problems by Lisa Benjamin, taken from the book on text for closed reading in Government in Action. Enjoy.